Welcome to this week's Rubber Run Sports Show. I am John Moore, joined as always by Rob G and Papa.
Why are you pointing at me?
I have no idea.
You're pointing at me. Hey.
Final week of the football season for 2016, and it did not disappoint.
No, I'll tell you what, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm feeling good right now. Listen, hey, you know I like to listen to stuff before the show. Give it up fast. Mop Deep and Nas, always good in the morning.
For sure.
Say that. And OGC has a gem on their second album, 13 and 14. Go check them out. Yeah, I don't know why I just started. But yeah, feeling good.
Feeling good.
Feeling good. You want to start? You were down at the state games.
I was. Shout out to Hampton University.
Hey,
They put on a good show.
yeah.
And that stadium for a high school football game is perfect.
That's
A
awesome.
horseshoe, just enough seats, packed stands, very nice.
Awesome. Well, we had two rematches in 5A and 6A.
Unbelievable football yesterday.
Yeah.
Stonebridge, Highland Springs. There's a football coach by the name of Kevin Kelly, okay?
Okay.
He coaches at Pulaski Academy in Arkansas.
What?
I'm going somewhere with this. Last week, they won their third straight state championship. He has a winning percentage of 90% in his 7 years there. He has a cult-like following as being known as a coach who does not punt, kicks onside kicks on every kickoff.
Do you have a research team? What is this?
I've done the work.
This is amazing.
That strategy has been adopted nationwide by a number of coaches. We see it with Hayfield, not to that extent on the kickoff so much, and Stonebridge. Now, who am I to question the great Mickey Thompson? I'm the host of this show. Stonebridge takes the lead 7-0 on a 2-yard run, right? Get the ball back, drive down the field, score. 13-0. Missed the extra point. 13-0. They've got Highland Springs on their heels. Get the ball back, start to move, get stopped. Fourth down, I believe it was at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah.
They go for it. They don't get it. Highland Springs gets on the board. Complete swift of momentum. It looked, and you never know what's going to happen in any of these high school football games.
No.
But Highland Springs looked shook in the beginning of that game, down 13-0 and giving up the ball game. And that change in momentum changed this game into what will become instant classic.
Yeah.
So they score 13-7 at halftime. Stonebridge is still winning. Third quarter opens up. Highland Springs scores again, takes a 14-13 lead. This game, let me talk about a couple individuals in this game, and I'll get to Stonebridge in a minute because they deserve a lot of our attention. Mekhi Becton
Yeah.
for Highland Springs is 6'8", 330 pounds. I stood next to him, but he's their offensive tackle, 4-star first-team All-American, who has offers from everywhere. I don't think he's committed yet, but I've seen he's getting at-home visits. When you get at-home visits, when the colleges are coming to your house, you know things are going right for you, right? So he's getting home visits from everybody, Nebraska, UVA, Pitt, everybody's coming to see him.
Tech.
Yeah,
Tech?
he is. Tech better be. Hey, UVA, you give me a lot of junk, but you're doing a good job in Northern Virginia recently. So, he's an enormous man. But this game is 28-21 in the fourth quarter. Highland Springs is winning, and then Joshua Brees.
Flash.
I tweeted this guy's having a legendary game because he was. 27 carries, 213 yards, and a touchdown. The touchdown that he ran came at 1:22 remaining in the game. Puts the score at 28-27. Mickey Thompson, now I give you mad credit for this, goes for the win.
Yeah.
They take the lead, 29-28. The crowd is going crazy. The Highland Springs crowd is down. They think it's the end of the game. They get a good kickoff. And then what'll go down is one of the worst non-calls in high school football history, a blatant push-off on a 38-yard reception down to the 4-yard line. I mean, I'm talking the wide receiver, 2 hands in the back of the defender.
Oh, man.
But they don't make the call, so, sometimes you get on officials for making that call that late in an important game. They swallowed their whistle, but it set up a short touchdown run for Highland Springs with 30 seconds left, and they ended up back-to-back state champions. It was an amazing game, an amazing atmosphere. Stonebridge, congratulations. They finished the season 12-3. I mean, it's...
Hey, you get to 2 state title games back-to-back, and you're doing something right.
Right.
You're doing something right. Josh Brees, my goodness.
Man, he's incredible.
He is, man, and he's shifty, he's fast, he can do a lot of things, and
Single wing.
Yeah.
That's what they run. I don't know how long it took them to learn how to perfect that. We saw them in 7-on-7s.
Yeah.
And they were sloppy.
Yeah.
And I remember the coaching staff really getting on. They've come a long way this year. Really good football team. Beat Westfield.
Yeah.
Beat Westfield.
Beat them good, too.
Yeah.
Beat them good.
But, I mean, just they do these low snaps. When you first watch them, you're like, oh, man, let's run on the center. But it's purposely done. They're hiding the football. They have low snaps. And then just the misdirection. I mean, it's like they're like magicians out there. I was standing on the Highland Springs sideline at one point, and the coaches were like, where's the ball? Where's the ball?
Yeah.
So their numbers staggering. 68 carries, 405 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But just as staggering is the lack of balance. 1 of 8, 3 yards passing.
Yeah. Hey, we talked a couple weeks ago about Lake Braddock going into that game with South Lakes and throwing the ball 22 times and that being too much. Maybe 7 passes is okay.
Right.
But the 1 for 7, that's
right.
1 for 8, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's 68 carries.
Yeah. Bradley blocked 22 for 97 and 3 scores.
How many of his touchdowns were down on the goal line?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah.
And give Josh Reese the ball down there. I'm sorry. Give him the ball down there.
Reese broke his touchdown from. We're not saying anything, but we're saying something.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw them take the loss at Madison. Madison did a terrific job of reading their scheme there and kind of following the ball, which, like you said, is not easy at all. I mean, it's tricky what they do, but it's by design and they do it well.
Yeah.
But man, Joshua Brees, there's shout out. I mean, Stonebridge, their student section looked really good.
Oh, legit.
They traveled well.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed that you have a research staff that put together your Arkansas coach thing. That's awesome. But yeah, big props to Stonebridge. I mean, you come out back-to-back state title games. That's
Right.
Awesome.
We got a great program out there.
Absolutely.
So just when I watched that game and I was like, man, well, this was worth the drive. That's great football, even if the other game ends up not being great football.
Yeah.
Oscar Smith, now we talked about last year's game that you were at.
Yeah.
49-42 and 3 overtimes.
Awesome. Best game I saw all year.
Well, this was the best game I saw all year. After watching the best game I'd seen all year an hour before.
Right.
So Oscar Smith Westfield rematch. I thought the crowd was packed for the first game.
Yeah.
It filled in more for the second game. I mean, Hampton University caught wind of what was going on.
Yeah.
A lot of the students at the school didn't know during the first game because there was a lot of chatter outside of what's going on down here today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think a lot of the local community came out because the Hampton University football team watched this entire game on the sideline next to me.
Oh, awesome.
So it was an insane atmosphere down there. Oscar Smith, they started the game. Woodhouse caught a 68-yard pass from Sean Mitchell, who I'll let you talk about here in a minute because he broke a whole lot of records in Virginia.
Yeah.
So they go up 7-0. Crowd's going crazy. Westfield comes right back. Cockrell with a 7-yard pass from your man, Ramon Johnson, who he put together a playoffs for the ages.
Did he?
So it's 7-7. And then when it looked like it was just going to be, I tweeted out, it was deja vu. That was in the first quarter, early on back-to-back opening drives, and it looked like it was going to be that kind of a shootout. And then, the Westfield defense just settled in.
Yeah.
I mean, they were hitting hard, and you could tell it kind of took some of the life out of the Oscar Smith crowd. And it seemed to take some of the life out of the Oscar Smith players. I mean, there was.
But hey, man, Westfield's got those two ends. I love those two ends. Nolan Cockrell and Zach Jewell. I think those guys are terrific, and they anchor that defensive line.
Right.
They make it tough. They can get to the quarterback. They can play the run. They can do a lot of things over there. And to have Kevin Petrillo playing linebacker, I mean,
Sure.
that dude is a freak up there.
And then you have Sean Eckert. He caught another pass from Ramon Johnson.
Of course.
Westfield's up 14-7. They get the ball back. Nathaniel Chung on a 4-yard run. They go up 21-7. Mm-hmm. And this is in the third quarter. Now everyone's kind of looking around like, whoa, Westfield, there was literally, and we don't cover anybody but the Northern Region.
Right.
But if this was a Northern Region school, they'd be getting punished by us right now. It's 21-7. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter of a state championship game, a rematch of a final that went to 3 overtimes. And there were files of people from Oscar Smith leaving.
Wow, and it's a virtual home game for them.
Leaving.
Yeah, that's not good.
And then the game just completely changes. Mitchell throws a 33-yard touchdown to Perry, gets them back within a touchdown. Then they score another touchdown on a Mitchell run. Now we're tied, and it's like, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
Now the place is just completely electric. And you look at the Westfield sideline, and it's kind of like, whoa, is this fate kind of going the other way this time?
Right.
And but man, game ends up in overtime. Oscar Smith scores first. They go up. Westfield come back. They come back and answer. Tied again. Second overtime. Westfield scores a touchdown on, I always butcher his name. I agree. That part I get. Frimpong catches a beautiful, corner route that Ramon Johnson throws. Brian Delaney misses the extra point. Now,
should have backed it up.
I will say this about Brian Delaney. And we talked to Coach about this after the game. If Brian Delaney played for Stonebridge and they punt the ball, they would win the game. This kid had punts that were 55 yards in the air. Every time he kicked the ball, there were gaps coming from the Oscar Smith sideline, whether it was the kickoff or the punt. The way he reversed field position for them during the game made a huge difference in that football game.
I told you, man, it's you can't account for it, and nobody thinks about a kicker or punter being that big in a game, but in a high school game, it's enormous to have that way.
Oh, it's huge.
Enormous, man.
So talk about just the highs and lows of this game. So Westfield takes the lead, 34-28, missed the extra point. So it goes from like pandemonium to like the missed extra point because in these kind of games, the other team's chance to get the ball at the 10, all they have to do is score, and But guess what? They didn't score. 4 straight plays. That Westfield defense. I mean, the scene. I think we captured it and posted it out there, but the scene, when they stopped them on 4th down, I mean, you have to feel bad for the Oscar Smith kids. I mean, at the end of the day, these are kids. But, man, they must hate Westfield.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Ended the same
in
way.
that fashion. Yeah. It's amazing. But, man, Coach Kyle Simmons, my favorite coach, Dan Keating. There's some coaching jobs out there, Coach Keating.
Why are you going to do that?
We had a chance to catch up with Coach Kyle Simmons and Ramon Johnson after the game. Here's what they had to say.
The championship.
Coach, congratulations, back-to-back state titles, both in multiple overtimes. Explain your emotions right now.
Unbelievable. I'm proud of these guys, and much like last year, I felt it slipping away. It was like the rope was burning my hands as it was slipping away. But the thing I told them before the game, and I've told them the last few weeks, I have faith in them. I have faith in the fact that they're playing for one another and how important it is to them, and we got it done.
Because I never tell a coach to pick a favorite championship team, but what's special about this group of kids?
I don't know. It was just harder to do this year, to repeat. Last year it kind of snuck up on us. We got hot at the end. This year we got better a little sooner, and there was just that pressure of we want to get to that next game. We want to get to that next game. I can't pick between the two. I mean, they're both very exciting. Certainly winning a second one in a row is pretty special.
How great is to have a kicker that can reverse field position like that?
I knew it was going to be big. Yes, absolutely. He's been doing it all year, and it is huge, especially in a high school football game.
Well, congratulations, Coach. We'll see you again here next year, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to celebrate this one right now.
Ramon, congratulations. Take us through that overtime period.
You know, last year I was really nervous going into that overtime. This year, I told everybody, we're used to this. And nobody looks surprised because we're used to this. You know, we went into the overtime. We didn't know what to call in the first play. Coach trusted us passing the ball on third down. You know, we got it in the end zone. We trusted our defense going back out on the field, and the guys stopped for us, and we won the game.
Yeah, what were your feelings on that fourth down at the goal line? What were your feelings on the fourth down at the goal line?
Before down, I was a little nervous, but you know, I have so much faith in my defense. I have so much trust in my defense. Whole season, the defense had the offense back, the offense had the defense back, and that's exactly what they did there. They had the offense back, they got to stop it, and we came out with the W.
All right, congratulations, kids. Back-to-back state championship. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
So once again, congratulations again to Westfield. Championship High does it again, back-to-back state titles. And they have back-to-back state champions returning to basketball this year as well.
Ramon Johnson and Sean Eckert
Yep,
have 3 rings in 12 months.
it's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Ramon Johnson said he's coming on the show.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Couple of the numbers from the
Ramon Johnson.
Ramon Johnson. Mr. Johnson, I saw you out in the stands too. 33 carries. In a game this even, you expect the numbers to be pretty even. So if you look at the rushing numbers, we talk about balance, what we talked about earlier in the previous game. Oscar Smith, 35 carries, 125 yards and a touch. Westfield, 33 carries, 100 yards and 2 touches. Pretty much identical there.
Yeah.
And then Ramon Johnson, efficient as always, 14 out of 26, 221 and 4 scores.
He's been,
Yeah.
man, he's been unbelievable lately.
Yeah, and then on the other side, Oscar Smith, Sean Mitchell, 17 out of 30, 320 yards and 3 scores.
All right, let me just say this. You know, again, we don't cover, you know, down in that area. We're Northern Virginia guys.
Yeah.
Best sports coverage in Northern
For
Virginia.
sure.
I got something I can say about some other places I live. But, no.
I think you should.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Sean Mitchell has broken virtually every passing record in the state. And there's been some really good
quarterbacks out of
I mean, just off the top of my head, thinking about, I saw Ronald Curry play one time.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Ronald Curry is, go look at that.
He was
the
amazing.
best high school football player I've ever seen.
Right.
Sean Mitchell, 11,380 yards passing in his career.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did they play 16?
Right.
123 touchdowns, 747 completions.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's a 4-year starter or, I mean,
Right.
that's still absurd.
Yeah.
That's 30 touchdowns a year, even if he started for 4 years. I mean, again, I'm not a mathematician, but that's tremendous.
And you can never say he didn't do his part in those 2 games against Westfield.
No, man. That guy, I mean, it looks. He also had 15 carries for 60 yards.
Yeah.
I don't remember him running that much last year, but he put up 385 yards and 4 touchdowns. In the game.
Like, I know he never wants to see Westfield again in his life, but I'm sure Westfield don't want to see him either.
No. Going to William and Mary?
Yeah. William and Mary, good job on the recruiting.
My goodness, man. They've loaded up. They've got, we know they got Zach Burdick down there.
Yeah.
Got him. They got the Parker brothers from Battlefield.
That's right.
Colin and Corey. Hey, William and Mary.
I know.
Good school.
William and Mary and UVA starting to do some good.
Hey. You know what's good for you, you better start doing it.
All right.
Go get that offensive tackle.
That's right. That's right. Makai Becton should be on everyone's list of home visits.
Absolutely.
All right, Rob. We're going to do a end of the year football wrap up where we'll be giving out some awards and stuff like that. So right now we're going to shift to some basketball games that you covered.
Hey man, we love basketball.
Oh, it's great.
It's tough to end football season because the atmosphere at a football game is just unlike anything.
The colder the weather gets, the easier it makes it to end football season.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I don't know a lot of layers.
Definitely don't mind being in the gym.
Definitely not.
But yeah, definitely went out to some basketball games this week. Caught up with some things. Man, there's some there's some good stuff going on here.
Yeah.
It's early in the season, but you know, once it gets going, it starts fast, and they get a lot of games in before the winter break. Got out to see Stonebridge Centerville, girls game.
Right.
Centerville's 4-0 going into that game. They have a player, Callie Doyle. Her dad does the Nova Hoops podcast. Talk to him after the game. Yeah. Callie Doyle, dude, she's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, she had 13 and 6 in that game against Stonebridge. The game was 12-2 after the first quarter. Not looking good for Stonebridge at all. They kind of battled back, made it 21-10 at half, but it was just, you know, it just wasn't going well. But Centerville's point guard, Allie Gambone, she had 3 points. She also had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, but she controlled the game throughout. I mean, she knows how to play points.
Sure.
They got this player, Cameron Conklin. Like, she kind of stands out to you when you watch them.
Yeah.
There's just something about her game that she kind of stands out. She had 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Well, like I said, Callie Doyle, 13 points, 6 rebounds. She owned that game. It was tough to defend in the first.
Yeah.
Stonebridge, though, tough night for them. But they have 2 players. They have a freshman, Anna Lemaster. I don't know French, but I think that means the master in French.
If it doesn't, just say it with confidence.
That's right, just speak it. But she only had 2 points in that game, but she's averaging 15 for the year. They've played 5 games, she's averaging 15. So if you can have a 15-point average and only had 2 points in one, you're getting it done.
Yeah.
But they got a player, Chloe Madgwick. She had 16 points in that game. She's a baller. She's a junior. She plays kind of a guard-forward combo. Like,
sure.
She plays a lot of different positions, but she is a baller. Like, she can make some tough shots. She can get it done. Don't look at me, Steve. I know. She can play. They go on. Centerville goes on to win that game, 44-30. Tough night for Stonebridge.
Yeah.
It's becoming a theme on the show. Don't like that.
Oh, Stonebridge.
Yeah, but
I agree.
got out to see Freedom play Kettle Run.
Okay.
Girls game, we know Coach Whitney, Teddy Whitney over at Freedom. Got to get Teddy on the show.
Got to get Teddy on the show.
I talked to him after the game. I said, you got to come on. His daughter Jasmine plays at Pitt.
That's right. She went to PBI, right?
Yeah. She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We can talk about her for days.
Yeah.
But, so I'm at that game. I see it's 18-13 in the first quarter. Freedom's up. Coach Whitney not happy about it.
No.
Whatever he said between the first and second quarter, Freedom goes on a 28-2 run in the second quarter.
That's inspiring.
28-2 in the second quarter. It was like steal, basket, steal, basket, steal, basket.
Did they institute the running clock in high school girls basketball?
They did.
Did they?
They did.
Oh,
They
no.
did. It was.
I was totally joking.
No, they did.
No.
It was 46-15 at half. He comes out at half. I see him, and he was like, "Man, I had to light those girls up." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "It was 28-2 in the second quarter." But Coach Whitney, he knows he's got a good squad. He's looking for them to.
Wait, they have a running clock rule for basketball too?
Yes.
What is this?
I don't know. I'll say this about the only thing I'm gonna say about Kettle Run right now. They had a guard that was playing in that first half.
Okay.
She was good. I don't know what happened. She didn't play at all in the second half. I don't know what was going on there, but they needed to get her back in the game. Maybe and why that 28-2 run happened.
Perhaps.
But Coach Whitney knows he's got a good squad, and he is not going to let up on them.
Yeah.
He knows they need to go. They need to get going, especially in a game like that. They need to be playing at their best.
What's their record now?
The 3-0.
3-0?
They won that game 61-27.
That's pretty good. Are they competition for
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They swarm on defense,
Okay.
and when they get the ball, they put it in the bucket. From 18-13 in the first quarter to 61-27 final.
That is demoralizing for the other team.
It's tough, but they've got a forward, Jalen Batts. She's terrific. I think she's a sophomore. 14 points in that game. But the player of the game by far was this girl, Shayna Rowland. No, she comes out, steal three. She hits 3 threes in a row and just it completely wiped that second quarter out for Kettle Brand. I mean, there was nothing. They were in the tank after this. She hits the 3 threes in a row and just.
It sounds like she was playing Steve in 1-on-1.
Probably.
Steal 3 steals.
We're crushing them today. Yeah, no, she's.
Gonna make the opposite.
She's a junior. She's terrific. Man, she's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. She can shoot.
Good.
Yeah, watch out for Freedom.
Yeah.
Gotta get Coach Whitney on the show.
Are they competition for the Oakton girls basketball team?
You know I'm biased about that. I don't think anybody's competition for the.
I mean, is it a game we're looking forward to?
I mean, it might.
Come on the show, Coach Whitney.
Yes, Coach Whitney, come on the show. Speaking of the Oakton girls,
Yep,
you know I'm a Maddie Royal fan.
for sure.
We had her out on the show earlier.
Yep.
Take a look. Welcome back. We're joined by Maddie Royal of the Oakton basketball team. Maddie, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Terrific. Well, you guys have started off 5-0 right now. Heading into next week, I mean, it's no surprise they're undefeated again moving this part of the season. What did you've kind of expanded your game a little bit. You're shooting a little more from outside. What did you want to work on in the off season?
Mostly my dribbling.
Okay.
Take people off the dribble, and I knew people think most of the time I go left or right, so I'm trying to go left more now. But also, Priester wants me to post up more because we don't really do that anymore. The high-low of me and Delaney is like kind of unstoppable. Yeah.
Kind of unstoppable.
We have like
Say that again.
this sense. Like I just know when she needs the ball because we've been playing for like 5 years together.
Yeah.
So high expectations coming into this season.
Yeah.
How do you approach each game so you don't get ahead of yourself looking at games coming up or?
Well, Priester doesn't tell us their weaknesses, like the team's weaknesses. They tell us their strengths. So we go, you know, this person's a good shooter. We're not like, they can't do this and they can't do that. We tell them what they can do. And then we guard that. We don't think about the weaknesses because any game, they can show up.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought him up, Coach Priester, that dude is, he's the best. But he's got 3 stars on that team. You have 3 D1 commits, you, Delaney, and Kaylin. But he doesn't give you all a break. I mean, he lights into you on the side. I watch him sometimes. he gives you the business on the side. What's it like playing for him?
It's been crazy, really. I mean, my freshman year was way different. He actually lightened up a little bit for my personality because I think I'm way different than any person he's ever coached, personality-wise, me and Kaylin especially. So he did lighten up, but this year he cracked down more. I think he knows since we have 3 D1 players, you know, get him ready.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, messing around on his watch.
No, that dude is awesome.
So who's the team you're looking forward to playing this year? I know you take it one game at a time, but who's the team?
Herndon.
Herndon?
Yeah, I just want to see India.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're both going to American.
Yeah.
How much did you all talk about that before you?
A lot. She actually texted me and was like, "Are you still thinking about going to American?" And I was like, "Yeah, are you?" And once she committed, I was like, "Sign deal. Let's go together."
That's awesome.
And did you all play together in AAU, or you play against each other?
Well, I was gonna play for her team, but I ended up not. I've always wanted to play with her. Just like from playing against her, I see how like unselfish she is, and I've always wanted to play with her. And then once American said that, I was like, "You're kidding! Like this has been a dream for a long time."
Okay.
So.
Male or female, who are some of your basketball influences?
I like Elena Deladon a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, she's terrific.
She's awesome. And she has like a good story behind her.
Yeah.
So I like that.
The whole
But
UConn
for guys, yeah. I don't know for guys. I like Russell Westbrook a lot. He's a hard worker.
You could say that.
Yeah.
that dude plays like he's angry constantly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He fills up the stats.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically that's who I like to form a game after.
Cool.
Okay. Now, other than India, what made you look at American? Obviously, there's other schools coming after you. What made you decide on American?
The coaches, I love them. Their personality like fits like a puzzle. Like all of them are like sisters, are so close, and the team's really nice. Once I went on my official and we like all got to hang out, I knew it was like home. So I'm really excited for that.
Not too far away from home though.
No, not at all. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Where's the Matty Royal jersey at that Rob G and Pop is supposed to be wearing? You got one that we can stretch out?
We need to start ordering that. I guess I'm an extra large jersey. I don't know, they're pretty stretchy. You can wear.
Squeeze in there, Robbie.
Taking shots at me. So you all were on a roll last year, undefeated going into the playoffs. It didn't end the way you wanted it to. So what is the team like this year? Obviously, losing Alex Marquis at point guard. I mean, we talked about it a little last week. Yeah. It's got to be tough not having somebody that runs the floor that well there. But what is the team's focus going into this year?
Emma Coleman, our point guard, she actually tweaked her ankle, but I think she's fine now. But just getting her confidence up, encouraging her, and she's killing it.
Yeah.
First year, she's really working hard. So we all appreciate it.
Yeah. We thank you for coming out today. It's been terrific. Can't wait to see you the rest of the year.
Definitely.
I still believe that you can take Steve.
You can definitely take Steve.
You guys are gonna be pretty disappointed.
He's got no jump shot.
It's all about that first step quickness.
Yeah, so I think we're lacking more than first step quickness.
Well, before we go, I did want to ask you one thing. You and Delaney, what's it going to be like? I mean, moving forward to college, not having Delaney, what's that going to be like for you?
Well, I will get to play against her.
Yeah.
Since we're in the same conference, but I don't know. We're gonna always be talking, I'm for sure. I don't know. Our chemistry is gonna be gone. I have to play against her now. I can't play with her.
Yeah.
But I'll miss her for sure.
Yeah. Well, you still have plenty of games left this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get that ring this year.
There you go.
We'll be watching.
No foul trouble.
No foul trouble. No injuries.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Tell mom and sister we say hello.
I will.
All right.
For sure.
Matty Royal, Oakton basketball. And Oakton, get out and watch them. There should be more people in the stands.
Oakton
Yes.
student section. What's up?
I tried telling them.
There need to
They
be
don't
way
like
more
it.
people in the stands. I told John I could have
definitely.
slept there and snored and nobody would have heard me.
I will start trolling them on Twitter immediately.
Please.
Absolutely,
The
man.
Twitter trolling will commence.
Absolutely.
That's not cyberbullying, is it?
No.
Okay, good. We're not about that.
As long as it's
Twitter
for
trolling.
good reason.
That's right. Come on and support Oakton girls basketball.
There you
They're
go.
winning. You should
Right.
appreciate that at Oakton.
They always win. What's
Check our banner.
That's right.
It
Boom.
should be at every game.
Shots fired. Who's that about?
The banners, man. They got banners hanging in the rafters.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Oakton football.
Oh.
Oh, you're joking.
Let's talk about that.
Shut down.
Goodness. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. So it's great catching up with Matty Royal.
Absolutely, man.
She's an impressive young woman. Tall,
Tall, yeah.
going to American University.
Absolutely. She's going to be
America's done a good job of recruiting the
close
area.
to home. Yeah, they're close to home. They ain't got to go far.
They don't have
gotta
to.
go
The
far.
talent is here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's fun. Had fun talking to her after the game. May have made me feel terrible about my height. But, thank you, Maddie, for that. But no, she's terrific.
She did say you might be able to squeeze in one of her jerseys.
She did. That's not even nice. Shut up, Steve.
Sorry.
You guys. I feel like we're on the yellow brick road. That's how I feel like right now.
Which one?
The Munchkins, man, on the yellow brick road. What do you mean, which one? The Wizard of Oz.
There's so many characters.
What is this, man? This is horrible. This is not what I expected coming on the show today. I'm looking at your camera. This is not what I expected coming in here. Man, back to what I was going to do. Oakton's ridiculous. They're 5-0.
They are.
They beat Briarwoods earlier this week, 69-30. Delaney Conley had 20. Maddie Royal had 17. And Kaylin Fee had 14. Can't wait to talk to Kaylin Fee. I'm telling you, you got to see this girl. She's got swag. She dances before the game.
I love that.
She's fun just to watch before the game. Friday night,
Yeah.
Went out to South County.
Okay.
You know,
Oh yeah, and they love you.
South County's
You
terrific.
got your own parking space out there.
Yeah, I need to find one for basketball.
Mm.
I really want to figure out how to ride the horse in. That's all I want. I want to ride the horse in.
No.
You know how fun? Oh man,
No.
that'd be awesome.
That could be your end.
It probably could, but I know how to ride horses.
Oh, you do?
Man, I'm what am I? Do I not look like a man? I'm a man. I know how to ride horses. I'm an outdoorsman. Not at all. These hands have never touched me.
That needs to be part of some kind of bet we make next year.
To ride the horse. And that will be the last episode.
Yeah.
But I go out to South County, and they're playing Hayfield. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a great atmosphere for me because
Oh,
I
yeah.
love both schools. I love going out there for both of those things. Man, it was terrific. I got there in about the first quarter of the girls' game going on. South County girls, let me say this. Nia Liriano, their point guard, she's a sophomore. She was banged up. She got a bad ankle. Saw her dad. Shout out to him. She should be back this week. She's really good. Nalia Wilson, another sophomore they have, she's got to be like 6'4". Impossible on the inside.
Yeah.
She gets rebounds. She puts them back up. Puts them back up. Gets and ones. She's tough. But they have a freshman, Gabby San Diego. Watch out for Gabby San Diego.
That's a great name.
It is. And she's got bounce. She's got a good shot. She plays with poise. She does not play like a freshman.
Right.
Even Nia Liriano's dad was like, "Oh, you need to check her
Pretty
out."
good, yeah?
Yeah, she's good. But Hayfield, they are loaded. They 5-0. They got a rack of players who can play. And that coaching staff knows that they got something, and they ride that team hard.
Is that right?
Yeah. They lay into them a lot. They ride them hard. And like we talked about with Matty Royal, like Coach Priester does there.
Right.
It's good to do that because you let players know you're not above anything else.
Oh, for sure.
But Hayfield, Taylor King was unbelievable. She had 19 points. She goes for 15 a game. But Taylor King is really good, man. She's 19 points, 3 assists. They have Michaela Simmons. She comes out with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And I think she's averaging 15, 4, and 3 a game.
Right. It's pretty good.
It's really good. Lensa Asefa, she had 4 points in the game, but she averages 9 a game. Hayfield they're really good.
Good.
They're going to be tough.
We love Hayfield.
Love Hayfield.
Yeah.
And watch out for them the rest of the year. They're going to get it done.
Good.
For the guys' game, student sections for both sides. Terrific.
All right. Now we're talking.
Terrific. You know the so-called hype squad.
Yeah.
They come out with full force. But there's a bunch of football players from Hayfield in the student section there. Probably, there's Brian Cobbs plays on the basketball team.
Right.
They come out and support.
Okay.
Hey, saw your guy?
Yeah.
Kid Keeney, saw him out there.
Okay.
He was wandering the crowd.
There you go.
But their student section was getting it through that game.
Who's my other guy at Hayfield?
Oh, you talking about
That's my Twitter buddy.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Kennedy was on
Kennedy's
the court.
on the team.
Yeah, he was on the court, man.
Yeah.
He was out
How'd
there.
he do?
He was out there. Hey, he had. Let me see here. Who went down the box score? It was probably a slow night for Kennedy, but
Hey.
he's a junior. We gotta catch him a lot. I like that guy.
I'm teaching Kennedy out here.
Yeah, man, I saw them coming through the doors.
Now let me find out you play lacrosse. I'll get out there and watch you play that.
You
too.
should, man. He's an athlete. He
I
should
will.
play lacrosse.
Yep.
But I saw the team coming through the door, gave some dap over to the Hayfield guys.
There you go.
Love those guys, man. It starts out, it's 21-22 in the first quarter. South County hits a 3 to go up right near the end of the first quarter. So it's looking like it's going to be a tough game throughout.
Right.
Hayfield kind of took control after that. They got to do Carrington Brox. Brox. Nothing wrong with that. Carrington Brox. I'm sorry, he had 12 points in the game. He's 8 points per game, but he had 12 in the game. There's something about him I like the way he plays. He's really good. Our man Brian Cobbs, Brian Cobbs had 5 points in the game, averages 6 on the year. Got an offer from UVA.
UVA.
Shout out to UVA. I'm going to take full credit for it because we crushed them a couple of times and they
That's right.
turned around their recruiting.
I'm telling you, they're going to appreciate the hard work we're doing for their recruiting.
Yeah. Say you're welcome, UVA fan base. We're the one getting you good
You
recruits.
are welcome.
But there's no way to talk about Hayfield without talking about Langston Gaither. This dude had 25 in the game, averages 26.
Pretty good.
He's great.
What position does he play?
Whatever he wants.
Fair enough.
Whatever he wants. Now, he's like a guard forward combo.
Yeah.
Man, he had to have 3 or 4 dunks in that game. Yeah.
Gotta love the high school dunk.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's one where I was on the other side of the court and I had a perfect shot. It was of that basket and the Hayfield student section.
Oh, really?
He throws it down, they go crazy. It was awesome. Man, the Hayfield goes on to win that game 63-49. Langston Gaither. You'll like watching it.
I like that. I'm anxious to get out and see them.
Much better basketball player than you were, that's for sure.
Ooh.
That's for sure.
There's no tape to
Thank goodness.
deny or
Thank goodness.
that.
Just
The legend is all through the words.
it's all through your words.
It doesn't matter where they come from.
Oh, it absolutely
They're out
does.
there.
It absolutely does. I mean, a couple other things just to go over before
Yeah.
we go. There was a game this week, Edison and Tuscarora, 101-97. I've never seen a game that high scoring in high school. 101-97.
That's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, man.
No defense, but entertaining.
Not much. But Edison had 4 guys in double figures. Tuscarora had Alex Bailey finish with 35, 7, and 3.
Yeah.
That dude was getting it done. Loudon Valley continue to just roll. They're winning games by an average of 47 points.
Well, that is impressive.
Jordan Miller's got 22 points a game. Nick Ball, 18. Jalen Williams, 13. Dominic Peterson, and 8. The only senior in there, Nick Ball. Talk about junior juggernauts.
Yeah.
Those 3 guys.
That's pretty
Dominic
good.
Peterson, Jalen Williams, Jordan Miller, all juniors.
There's a couple games I want to see them play this year.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. W&L is 4-1. The only loss was to Theodore Roosevelt. So they got 4 guys at 10 points a game plus.
Okay.
Chantilly is 5-0. Annandale's 4-0.
Chantilly's 5-0.
Chantilly's 5-0.
Huh.
They may not have a good field, but their best.
I was about to say the court better be better than the field.
It is, man. Hey, shout out to Sean Norris. He's an assistant coach over there.
Very good.
Know Sean Norris for a long time. Good dude, man. And Wakefield, they're terrific. My guy, Amari Cooper, 20 points a game.
It's a good name.
It bodes well for athletes.
It does.
It bodes well for athletes. Just 2 other players. There's Natalie Villaflor for Loudoun County. Saw her play against Oakton. She had 19 against Oakton. She's averaging 30 on the year.
Did you hear about Dinwiddie? Is that what the name of that school is? They won the 3A state championship, I believe.
Football? No.
No? 5-5. That's what they were this season. 10th seed.
That's ridiculous.
They won the state yesterday. Congratulations.
They made the playoffs at 5-5?
Yeah, they said they were the first team since 1974 to come in as the 10th seed.
You are full of information
A
today.
lot of information.
What happened?
It was a long drive by myself.
Man,
I think that was it.
I'm impressed with your knowledge today.
Happy Trails. Coach Jared Van Aker saw on Twitter that he and Battlefield have parted ways.
Yeah, that's-
Jared was a friend of the show. He came on
Absolutely.
and interviewed with us a couple times, so we wish him well in his future endeavors. And man, that Battlefield job just became, that's a hot commodity right now.
It is. There's gonna be a lot of people lined up for
A
that.
lot of people lined up for it.
There's some guys we could throw out there for that.
Battlefield Athletic Director, if you need any, give me a call. Find me on Twitter, text me, email me.
Depending on the day is depending which way to lean. So, just be advised of that.
Man, what a football season.
What a football season.
That's
Hey,
great.
shout out to Dom Fergala. You saw Dom Fergala this
Oh,
week?
man.
39 in the tough game.
First of all, we don't have time for me to talk about that game. Highlights are up, but Don Fergala, if you haven't seen him in person, well worth the ticket price.
Yeah, man. Worth the watch.
Yeah, very, very impressive kid.
Megan Callahan from Stonewall, 27 points a game.
I like that.
We can be here all day.
All day. But we can't. So, for Rob G and Papa, I'm John Moore.
Wealth of information.
Wealth of information. You can see us on Comcast Local, Channel 2 in Prince William, Channel 28 in Reston, South Lakes. We'll be out there soon.
Of course he will.
We'll leave you with our top play.
And the fact that the All-Met Sports section had 2 pages full, about 40 teams mentioned, and 0 of them were Northern Virginia teams. Just saying.
Ridiculous.
Just saying.
We'll do our own.
Thank you. That's why I just figured it over the way.